What is up everyone? Giles from Fitment Industries, and before we get into today's video, I just wanted to give a quick thank you to everyone who picked up this t-shirt and was entered in the BC Racing giveaway for August. It was our biggest giveaway so far, and we were able to donate over $7,000 to the Worldwide Fund for Nature, and we couldn't have done it without all of your support. So we love giving away car parts, and we love helping out great causes such as the WWF. And if you didn't catch the giveaway for August, we have an announcement of our giveaway for September coming out to tomorrow. So make sure you watch tomorrow's video. You're definitely not gonna wanna miss out. All right, September. What a time of the year. The daily temperatures are cooling off. The leaves are beginning to change colors. Boost season is nearly upon us, even though I have a naturally aspirated engine. And I can finally wear my flannels again. The only thing is that it means that winter is like right around the corner, and we have to put all of our cars away because winter, Wisconsin, salt, rust, you get the point. But in the meantime, we are back with another episode of the Build Sheet, where today we're gonna be going over and talking about another one of those topics that people just get a little bit heated about, but that's okay because it's the internet and people can totally handle themselves in public comments. Right. Today, we're gonna be talking about why people stretch their tires. Don't forget wheels, tires, suspension, fitmentindustries.com. And if you haven't added your car to the largest growing online fitment gallery yet, I don't even know what to say at this point. Anyway, stretch tires are nothing new when it comes to today's trends in automotive styling. Although it's still argued when it actually started or where it originally came from, the most common conclusion is that it came from the Euro and Volkswagen community over in Germany, when the law stated that the tires of the vehicles could not exceed the fenders of said vehicle. This meant for anyone who wanted to run a wider wheel on their car with some aftermarket wheels would have to risk either a hefty fine if they were pulled over and had the tires extend past their vehicle, or they had a second option, which was to stretch their tires. Since then, and especially within the last 5 to 10 years even, we've seen stretch tires are almost the norm when it comes to automotive styling. With cars running stretch tires growing in popularity, the question always comes about as well, why? Why do people run stretch tires or prefer to run a stretch tire on their car? If you were to ask a good majority of people, you may run across things such as better for performance. It makes the sidewall stiffer, it helps with cornering and all of that. And believe it or not, those are not all the main reasons. Now hear me out, drift community, they have their benefits, but for the most part, it's for fitment. Hey, imagine that, Fitment Industries talking about wheel and tire fitment. Amazing. What it all comes down to is that it's a stylistic choice for people who want to run a wider wheel with a lower offset at a lower ride height. When that happens, when you go lower or when you lower the car, throw some wider wheels on, get that flush fitment or fender to lip fitment, you're not going to be able to run the recommended tire size for that wheel. Simply because you would have the tire bashing into your fender, causing a whole lot of mess. When going for this type of fitment, there are things that need to be done to achieve it. Some of those things include fender rolling and fender pulling, removing or modifying fender liners. But the cheapest, right off the bat, alternative to all of that, especially when initially ordering the wheels, would be to switch to a stretch tire. By doing this and pulling back the sidewall, you give yourself enough room that is needed to clear the inside of your fenders, and is the easiest, most cost-effective way to achieve the fitment that everyone is trying to go for. Aesthetic, aesthetic, aesthetic. It's basically all it is. This is a key point that people are going for with stretch tires. It's really not for any other particular reason. It allows the fitment they desire, especially when looking at the Euro scene with people running fender to lip cars, or that are on air suspension that want that, like, you know, when the air out, you get that beautiful, just like like just right between like the lip and the tire. So why do people get so heated about cars with stretch tires or stretch tires in general? Well, there always comes the concern of, is it safe or is it legal? And the truth is, there's absolutely nothing wrong with a little bit of tire stretch to achieve the look that you want. And the risk of anything like debeating or blowing a tire is very minimal. However, if it ended there with a little bit of stretch, you know, just what you need, got a little bit of aggressive fitment, that would be it. We wouldn't be having this conversation, but that's not the case Is it, bud? No, because there are people out there that are running an absolutely massive stretch to the point of having like inches, literally inches of the barrel or lip of their wheels exposed. And that is where we start to see the comment section start to blow up and get just a little bit messy. However, here is the consensus of all that. The truth is today's tires are a lot more rugged than they used to be. They're stronger and they're designed to take a beating and be pushed to their limits a little more than tires back in the day. Tires like Nankang, Falcon, and Dunlop are some of the go-to choices when it comes to stretching because they can take it. They are flexible, but they are able to support that much stretch. And of course, if you know you're in the market for those tires, we have them available. www.fitmentindustries.com. There's the plug. So with a minimal stretch, the possibility of something happening is almost none. However, when we start seeing tire stretch that would be considered excessive to some people, for lack of a better term, is when we start to hear the horror stories of tires debeating and cars going flying into curbs and smashing up the lips and grinding down the lips and all that kind of stuff that doesn't sound like a lot of fun. And honestly, that's just the risk that you're gonna have to take if you want to stretch your tire that far. Probably something most of us would never do to their car. However, this is precisely the reason why those people that do that actually do that. Love it or hate it, you'll always take a second glance at the car that is running some pretty extreme stretch. And with the possibility of things like debeating or damaging parts of your wheel or having the old guy at the car show yell at you to get the right tire size, you gotta admit, it takes some courage to do that. But like I said, what it all comes down to is tire stretching is an aesthetic modification for both look and getting the desired wheel fitment, and we don't see it going away anytime soon. So go ahead and let us know down in the comments what your thoughts are on stretch tires, or maybe the craziest stretch you've seen at a car show or online or anything like that. We'd love to hear it. We know there's some pretty wild setups out there. But I'm Jealous from Fitment Industries. Don't forget to subscribe. Wheels, tires, suspension, that whole thing. FitmentIndustries.com. We will see you later. Peace.